potential bias tied to the Clinton probe in 2016. Our next guest demanding a deeper look at texts sent by anti-Trump FBI agents, believe it or not, still on the job, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. Joining us now, the guy from the Freedom Caucus we all know as Mark Meadows. He's at the Oversight Committee. Your staff yesterday got more information on this that leads you to the conclusion so far that there was coordination between Loretta Lynch's DOJ and the FBI. How do you know?
Well, I mean, we know because we have a number of documents, a growing body of evidence, Brian, that now would suggest that Director Comey, who under sworn testimony a number of times have said there was no coordination between Loretta Lynch's DOJ and our FBI investigation. Not only was that false, but we know that over and over again now we have emails that would suggest that that testimony was false and at best misled the American public, at worst was lying to Congress. And here we are today with emails, text messages that says that even the no coordination message that Director Comey put out on that infamous day in July was actually suggested by the Department of Justice.
Here's the text. Timing looks like hell, Peter Strzok says to Lisa Page, will appear choreographed. All major news networks literally leading with the AG to accept the FBI director's recommendation. Yeah, this is awful. Nothing we can do about it. I mean, this is like a third-rate movie playing out on text messages. These people are supposed to be guarding our secrets and seeking truth and justice. They don't even know how to secure their own texts.
Well, it's interesting that they would go back and forth saying that the timing looks awful, but there's even another email from the Department of Justice that would indicate that on how to articulate the exoneration of Hillary Clinton. And so as you go further from another source other than Peter Strzok and Lisa Page within the Department of Justice, we now know that the edits, that they had given edits to Director Comey, or at least the emails would suggest that. And so as we're looking at this, we've got Director Comey out there saying, well, I was a Boy Scout, I was above reproach. Now we have evidence that would suggest that that's not accurate, so we have to look at it further.
Also, keep in mind, you might have some help. It looks like McCabe and Comey are turning on each other. The deputy and the former director, one fired, but they're actually both fired. I think you might get the truth out of their testimony.
Well, as it goes back and forth, you see that there's each one saying that the other one was not telling the truth. Now what we have is beyond just the two of them, though, is other people within the FBI and DOJ who know that the testimony that Director Comey gave before Congress was not entirely the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And so as we look at that, there's also additional evidence that would suggest that DOJ narrowed the scope of the Hillary investigation to make sure that she was exonerated.
Mark Meadows, thanks for joining us. Keep that staff working because we need to get the facts. Appreciate it.
Be glad to. Thanks so much, Brian.
All right. Meanwhile, we're learning more about the past.